Damn it.
Alrighty, we about to speedrun this game. Okay, so I'm gonna get to bunny hop 3 on the stream and then show you guys how bunny hopping works. Okay, so I'm gonna skip over all the tutorials so it doesn't take up any screen. Okay, so the first concept I can show is that if you just hold W, you'll hit a max speed, right? In this case, it's 7.04. I need to make it even, but whatever. Friction is hard to calculate. So so I'm holding W and now I'm holding space. If I let go of W, I still preserve my momentum because while you're hopping, it doesn't apply friction. It's banana bread, Jake. Okay, so now if I let go of W, I'm literally just holding the spacebar, not touching anything. If I look to the left, I don't change anything. I literally just look. But if I look to the left and hold A, I start hopping in the direction that I'm looking, right? And then if I hold D and look to the right, I start hopping in that direction. And so what happens as you're doing this is that the vector of my that so if I'm just holding W here, right? It pretends that my vector. We'll just pretend that my vector is 1, 0, 0, right? Like it's a three-dimensional vector. Well, I project that vector onto the vector of where I'm turning towards, so they basically are multiplicatively added. And since I'm bunny hopping, I don't have friction. So as I'm turning, while in the air and continuously bunny hopping, I continue to gain speed up to whatever the max speed is. In this case, it's so high that you're probably never going to reach it on any of the levels that I've devised. So the secret to bunny hopping is looking left and holding A and looking right and holding D, and you kind of have to find the happy medium, because if you turn too fast, it completely like resets your momentum.
Are you on stream?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Where's the link?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just trying to close my eyes and visually listen to you talk. But like,
Yeah,
YouTube channel.
I'll send a link.
All right, cool. Just send it in Buddy Hop, I guess, or streaming.
I'll put it in streaming discussion.
YouTube channel?
Or my what? My raps? Oh no, I don't put my raps anywhere. Those are personal. People made fun of me so much that I gave up.
We have an object.
We want the easy way or the hard way?
Easy is harder.
Is it? I wonder what my timing is on easy versus hard. Hold on, I want to check. I feel like I need to space them out a little bit more. It's almost like too easy. I can't build up enough speed to hop it. Okay, I got 8 seconds on easy. I got 6 seconds on hard. Alright, so hard is actually faster. Actually, let's try easy, medium, then hard. Let's see if we can beat all of them. God, why did I make easy so freaking hard?
Told you.
Counterintuitive.
It really is. I did not think that through. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sober.
I'll drink to that.
Man, easy's actually ridiculously hard.
I know.
There we go. As soon as you get by that first jump, it's easy as hell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just wait.
Oh, this is live.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I got going too fast.
Yeah, no,
I think I need to jump to the middle block to gain up some bunny hop velocity first, then go for it. There we go. I'm so mad.
When are you gonna make surf?
That's in version 0.5.
Okay, cool.
So I have the clipping of velocity set. It just doesn't increase your velocity. Hold on. Let's make a surf level real quick. Let's see if it works. I want to check.
Oh, you know. No, you can't heat them up in styrofoam. That's how you die. That's literally how corporate exists. COVID.
Do you want cancer? That's how you get cancer.
If you want to die, that's how you die.
It's been clinically proven that microwaving styrofoam does release carcinogens into your food, similar with plastic, unless it's
Yeah.
BPA free.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Damien, don't tell us that right now.
They have to say microwave safe.
Don't tell
on
us that right
side.
now. We're making a lot of styrofoam food.
Did you just put the?
Alright, we'll make a new level called Surf. What branch am I on, actually? I need to be on the one leaf repo. I opened up the wrong project. Alright, one leaf bunny hop, fetch origin, make a new branch.
Baby, you know it's my move.
We'll call it surfing. Zach, I'm actually gonna be pumped if surfing works. I haven't tested it in, I don't know, 3 versions. I haven't tested it since 0.2, I think.
Oh jeez.
Alright,
Hopefully.
so we make a new
I
scene.
want to surf, dude. I was
Dude,
really good at surfing.
I
Not
fucking
Weehawk.
love surfing. Alright, we'll call it Surf 1.
I'm just ready to break those levels.
Generate the scene, create. Actually, we have prefabs for this. Level building. We want the platform, we want the checkpoint. And we will take a platform here. We'll make it 10, 10.1. Rotate it 90, rotate it 45.1. Duplicate it, move it out. Actually, we want this guy to be negative 10.
Oh, okay, this is my .config file. Fuck yeah.
Nice music.
You can only hear it when I talk.
Yeah, your sensitivity's set pretty well. Okay, if we're being mathematical, it's going to be negative 2.5, negative 2.5 to line up perfectly. Yeah. And then if we duplicate, alright, let's see if surfing works, Zach. Gotta add the player.
I'm watching.
Reset his position. Oh, fuck, he's facing the wrong direction. Whoops.
We'll always watch.
We'll just rotate him 180. And then we need scriptable objects for this. We need a new level. Call it... Is it level or level data? I don't remember. I think it's level. Scene build index will be 21. Not a portal level. Number of checkpoints will make it 2. Don't need tutorial texts. Add the opening scene, move it, save, add it to my level data.
Dude.
Hmm.
That's wild. One of my buddy's friends, I didn't know, like, I met him and I had no idea. Shit, dude, he was a programmer like this. He made an autonomous vehicle out of Power Wheels. He is launched his own startups. What else has he done?
Get him into one leaf.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna hit him up right now, dude. I had no fucking idea.
Do it.
I'm gonna call his ass. Maybe even tell me programs.
Alright, surfing doesn't work. Let's check.
Where's the Kuna?
If we go to scripts, player movement. Okay, so I never checked this math because I didn't know how to do it, but now we might look into it, Zach. Now I'm thinking there should have been a one leaf stream because it's programming related. So when we check for whether or not we're grounded, we check if okay. We check the distance, we check if it's a trigger, we check if we should be ignoring collisions, and if it's y is less than ours. So the problem was that we check if the normal of the thing that we've hit, if its y normal is less than or greater than 0.7. Was it because it was 51 degrees that we needed, or 45 degrees? I forget. Oh, it rotated the wrong way. We want negative 50. Whoops. No. Find axis rotation based on y normal. Ah, there's an easier way to do this. We do
Hey lads, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do a couple things quick,
okay.
but I'll be on all tonight.
Sounds good.
Sick.
Okay. If we open a paint. Okay, so if the y is 1, it's pointing directly up. If the y is 0.7, 0.7 times 0.7 would be 0.49. So it could be 0.7 in 2 directions. So that would equal directly in half. And we assume that the y is greater than 0.7. So that's about 49 degrees. Thanks. So if it's 55 degrees, it should work. Okay, there was a duplicate here. So let's take all of you guys and make you, I don't know, 50 degrees. We'll make you 60 degrees just to make it easy. That's a shallower angle. We want 10. Yeah. So we want 40. Yeah. So then... What type are you? Raycast it? For each one of my hits, debug dot log hit dot. Oops. Zach, it works.
I'm waiting for the stream. I want to see it.
Kinda works. I don't have an event listener.
Right, I think it's about to. Oh, nice. Yeah.
But I can't go up as the thing without losing a considerable amount of velocity. Hold on, let me
Oh, yeah. That's super cool.
refactor this level a little bit.
Oh my goodness! Did you guys see the post and feedback statement? Oh my god, that's crazy. He didn't see it.
Whoa, what the hell? That is so fucking cool. That almost feels like a Super Smash Bros. Logo to me. Man, I hate to say it, but I almost like that better.
We got a stream question.
Wait, do we really? It works! I don't know if I'd count that as a question. Okay, so I think I want to add some perspective to this. Also, these don't 100% line up. Hold on. Yeah, hold on, my math was wrong. In order for you to perfectly line up, you need to be like here. 2.25? Oh, my math is so bad here. I'm too drunk for this. Okay. So if we have one here and we want one here. If you're at 0, 0, 10, and you're at doot, doot, you should be. Oh, okay. So this distance would be 5. So we need the Pythagorean of that. So, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Hold on. Dude, I'm clicking on too many things. No, I don't want to. Get out of here, Steve. Oh, dude, have you used Alt-1 on RuneScape at all, Zach?
No, I haven't.
It is
Should
super
I?
cool. Yeah, you can get, it'll solve clue scrolls for you.
Oh, dang.
It'll give you answers for Meg and the player-owned ports. There's a bank value calculator, etc. Okay,
The website's horrible for it.
it really is. It feels like it's in Java.
Oh, well, the original client was.
Okay, so we want you to be 5 less, so that way you line up perfectly. And if we bring you up, alright, we're eyeballing it. I'm too lazy to do math right now. Is it 4 and 4?
If you want pizza, you have to come get it and eat it out here.
Okay. I almost want to generate these at runtime because it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Do it.
Whoops. Wait a minute. I got this. To do this easy mathematically, we set all the rotations to 0. We make sure their z's line up. We make sure their x's line up. And then we take all of them and rotate it by 40. Nope, my math is fucked. All right, so what we want is like almost a curved surface, right, Zach? So that we can like ramp up on it at the end. Like you almost want it rotated like this. I'm not about to go make curved surfaces, 'cause that's just a pain in the ass. You almost want it rotated like such. Let's see if it works. I'm happy we have Arcus here. I know he plays CSGO. Okay, we're picking up speed, we're picking up speed, we're picking up speed. And we can go up. Cool. Alright, cool. I think it actually does work. Okay, so let's make a little bit more complicated of a level. If you land... Alright, let's put a checkpoint at like 90? 100? Lower it by 5? You could probably make it farther than that. We could do 110. Let's see if you can make that jump. This checkpoint needs to be checkpoint 2.
That's really good. I like the surfing.
Honestly surprised it works, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no. That's pretty good though for just kind of boom.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't when you go like up on a surface, it doesn't translate your forward momentum into upward momentum.
Mm.
Oh, let's try this one more time. Okay, so I'm still keeping my forward. Hold on, let's do this. I got an idea. Let's go look up a CS:GO surf map. Just a really simple one, so that way I can gauge. You know what?
Arcus didn't hear the question or what you said about his name, but he heard the name.
Arcus, I said that I'm happy you're here because you play CS:GO, so you should have these movement mechanics down, so you should be able to tell me if they're fluid.
Just like Rocket League.
Exactly. Dude, I've opened up CS:GO probably 1,000 times trying to figure out how these movement mechanics translate. Hold on, it's gotta update. They added a bunch of new maps to CS:GO recently.
Oh, nice.
I mean, they're skirmish maps, so they're not used in competitive, but they're still fun.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, at least they had him.
Okay. So, I think the problem that I'm gonna run into here is that I don't have, like, spline rotations, so I don't have, you know, curves, for example, like this guy. So I almost need either the level editor to implement that and be able to, like, extrude from a surface in a curved manner, or have assets that do it with different rotations. But we're gonna open up a surf level on CS:GO and try and make a replica of it in my game.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you gonna make full surf, or are you gonna kind of mix the surf with B-hop and portals?
So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with B-hop and portals, and start out with tutorial levels just to teach you to surf, and then we're gonna start figuring out complex ways to merge the 3 of them into like a platformer.
Okay. Yeah, just because like how extreme you go with the surf. Yeah, I mean you can only go extreme with so many. Like you can't. Like otherwise it'll just be like a surf level, and then now it's bunny hop level, and now it's portal level. But if you want to go for that, then that's good. But if you want to mix them all together, I think a little bit tougher. Like what you have right here might be, an okay start, a little tiny like that, and then jump off B hop, portal, and then back to surf or something. But yeah, it's tough when you don't have the full like extrude assets, like you said, where comparable to CS:GO or CS Source or Source. But do you think like surfing's like a major thing, or like how much is it, or how important is it for the like game? You said .5.
For .5, not important at all.
Okay.
You just got me kind of curious.
Yeah, no, I like them, but I just don't want to like to hold up, other things. And especially since you might have to change mechanics or something based off of surfing versus other things, but you know how they did it in like the maps for Source, since
Like how they generated them.
well, how they like use the mechanics by just a map. Isn't it a little bit lower gravity, right? And
Could you rephrase your question?
so when I played Source a while ago, I wanted to create my own server. And if you go into a solo match, at least in CSS, it like you couldn't play surf because the settings were different. Like you couldn't surf in if you just download the map. You could really only surf in the servers because they had the right settings. So surf is only
Oh,
a map. So like if you have the mechanics right of the Source engine, then just changing or like having like gravity a little bit different or that stuff, that's how they got surfing in.
so the only difference between surf and regular, I'm 99% sure on this, is the maximum velocity that you can reach. That should be the only difference. Everything else is the same.
Really?
I don't know. Feel free to go look it up. That's just as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. MP underscore restart.
So you turn accelerate up to 10 and you turn air accelerate up to 800. But
So I
yeah,
have a notepad file with the defaults. Hold on, let me go look.
and the defaults are 5.6 for accelerate, and air accelerate is
In the Source engine, the default for accelerate and air accelerate is 10. I thought.
it's saying CS:GO, I think.
No, let's go look. I'll come look with you.
I'm looking at
Source
this one.
engine, air accelerate. Hold on, you know what we can do? We can go to the source engine code. And we could search the repository for air accelerate. Yeah. Default's 10. At least in the 2013 version of the Source SDK.
Okay. Well, I linked my source, so I'm not gonna speak anymore on it other than I linked my source.
Did you link it in Bunny Hop?
Yeah.
CF search setting. Oh,
But
nice.
then, do you have to change
Accelerate
those settings for the whole game entirely? Or
Interesting.
are those already like in there at that point? Like I get that you didn't like 100% did it, but like what's wrong with Surf, I guess, instead of just making it work? Because where I'm coming at it, Surf wasn't an intended mechanic in Counter-Strike, and someone just made a map.
Yeah. So
And
the way surf works, do you want to run down real quick? So it might make more sense.
what do you mean rundown?
Basically, if a wall is over a 45-degree angle in the y-axis, then it is not considered ground terrain, right? It's considered like you're still doing like, okay. So if I'm in the air, I have, like, as I'm walking, I have the walking accelerate function, which applies friction. When I'm in the air, I have the air accelerate function, right? When I'm on the walls, I use the same exact air accelerate function, but it clips my velocity to push my force against the wall if I'm holding A. On the right side, for example, right? So technically, I'm using the air accelerate function right here, but it is putting my impulse against the wall. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know how to surf.
But yeah,
what,
I think you
like,
might be right on the
that,
accelerate and air accelerate. Let's try it.
yeah, but do you need anything different for bunny hopping, or can you just bunny hop straight at the gates?
In CS:GO.
Yeah.
So for bunny hopping in competitive maps, it limits your maximum velocity to 300 units per second, right? So your normal default. If I turn on CL underscore show position, you can see in the top left my velocity goes up to a maximum of 250 with my knife out. While
Mhm.
B hopping in competitive maps, your maximum velocity is 300. So all they do in surf maps is they take that max velocity and turn it up to 3,500.
Okay.
So now I'm curious to see if I can even do these maps with the... It looks like you might be right about the accelerate and air accelerate. Hold on. I think air accelerate might need to be turned up. Yeah. Hold on. I wonder if that's the problem in my game why surf doesn't work. Hold on. Let's check it out.
Yeah, because that's my understanding of it is like if your game's close, then I mean you should have closer results, and that's kind of not what like
So if we take...
at least I was expecting from the B hop. I mean you can go pretty fast on the B hop, so I'd expect at least as much from surf, but
Alright, I turn my air accelerate up to 800 like theirs is. Let's see what happens. Ah, shit. I gotta start from the menu. Arcus, wow, I am not good at this. It is not a... What's what I'm looking for? Intuitive skill. It actually takes a lot of practice to get good at bunny hopping and surfing. I think you might have been right on the air accelerate, Zach.
here I'm trying to catch
Oh
up.
my god, you're right! That's what fixes my surf, you beautiful bastard.
Here, 1 second. I think I see it. One sec.
Any?
I want to actually see it.
So does that mean I can gain speed a lot quicker now?
Hey, sorry, I just been creeping here.
Hello.
Hello.
Zach, it feels much closer. Hold on.
Oh wow, yeah, you can really jump on that
Yeah.
or like fling off of it.
So I think what I need here is to move the checkpoint a little bit closer, and we can make it.
Yeah, I gotta go, but I hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
you too,
joining.
man.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya. So the
All right.
last question I have about surf is I thought it was the lower on the platform you are, the more speed or acceleration you got.
So it has nothing to do with where you're at on the platform. It's just because you fell lower in the y-axis, right? You gain speed as you fall down, right? Because gravity pushes that. Because you're pushing it into the wall, it translates your falling velocity into your forward velocity.
Okay.
So notice how I'm at 6 here, and if I fall down, I gain speed because my y velocity is translated into my forward momentum.
Okay.
It works, Zach. I'm mad at you that you found that so fucking quick. Okay, so then what I need to do? So if where is it at? If I don't have any valid
Thanks for
hits,
that. You're back.
we're not grounded. If I did hit something, then I want to clip velocity. When I do clip velocity, my new velocity takes the normal of what I hit. Close out some of these extra functions to make it easier. So in clip velocity, I just pass in the normal. So I take my new velocity times the normal. Do I apply air acceleration before or after? My position, I multiply it by the normal, so I'm a little above it. I clip my velocity, then I'm true. Where do I apply air acceleration? In fixed update. So in check grounded, if I'm not grounded, I apply air acceleration. So if it's a surf map, all I have to do, okay, I got you. If, so we need to add level data. So if we go to level, we have is portal level. We want to duplicate that and say
Oh, see, now you have to switch them to, yeah, different things.
is surf level. And if we're on a surf level, if, if our game manager and the current, I didn't have an easy way to access this, did I? Get current level, cool. Game manager dot get current level dot is surf level. If we're at surf level, then we want to say private const float air acceleration is equal to player constants dot air acceleration. Otherwise, oh, we actually don't want it to be a constant. Otherwise, our air acceleration is equal to player constants dot surf air acceleration, which would be 800. Dude, I can't believe you figured this out. This has been plaguing me for months. I just gave up on surfing. Okay, so now when we okay, I can go ahead and close out of CSGO because we know how this works now. If I go to each of my levels in the scriptable object, go to levels, is surf level should be automatically unchecked, but if I check it on this guy, now when I run through it, it should behave as expected. Zach, it frickin' okay, maybe not. Wait,
Oh,
hold on. Undo, maximize on play. Is this a public variable? I made it private. We'll do it public. Actually, we'll make it private. But we'll serialize it. I want to be able to look at it in the inspector to make sure it was set correctly.
no.
Go to surf. Check our player movement. Air acceleration is set at 800. Okay, maybe I just messed up last time. What am I doing different? It feels different from last time. Ooh, that was a weird collision issue. It's weird to try and implement these things on purpose that were bugs in the source engine.
Yeah. That has to be a lot weirder.
Okay, it does still work. Okay. What happened? Because I'm a curious fellow. What happens if I just up this to like 8 million? I feel like air acceleration isn't doing what I expected to. Oh, I might actually be a dumbass. Where I apply the air acceleration, I actually need to use it. And let's make sure I'm not using it anywhere else. Okay, cool. I found out why I didn't feel any different.
Why?
Because I
can't-
didn't use the variable that we set.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Yeah, you create the variable and then you just run it, and it's like everything works.
Yep. Okay, now it feels how it should.
All right, I'm watching it.
Yes, it's so beautiful, Zach. It's so beautiful.
I don't believe until I see.
Okay, so we retry the level. We go set. I want to see just how high this impact is. If we go to air acceleration, let's set it to like lot. Yeah, so we still have
Oh, wow.
this. We still have this air acceleration cap that's set that I don't think air acceleration can go over.
That looks like it works pretty good.
It feels just a hair off. Okay, so when we apply the acceleration speed, we take the minimum of whatever our speed to add is, which takes in our air acceleration cap. And our air acceleration cap is 0.8, which means 0.8 is how much you can change in one flick of like just pressing a key. Like if you're going forward and you press S while you're in the air, it'll stop you and move you 0.8 units a second backwards while you're in the air.
Oh, okay.
So that's how much you can change in one frame of movement. I almost... What is the air acceleration cap on the Source engine? I'm curious. Wait, did I write it down? Airspeed cap, 30. 30 units in the Source engine. Source engine dimensions, 30 units would be about 0.8. Okay, cool. So I did translate that correctly. Okay, so it should be working exactly as expected. All right, well, I'm going to push that code up and see if you want to test it.
Yeah, as the surf master, I'll test that.
It's going to be on feature/surfing on the OneLeaf repo.
Okay.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Same. Be right back.
Alrighty. Zach, you still there? No? I see how it is. I'm actually gonna call that good. I'm gonna kill the stream here.